Hi again, John Hauer here. While prototyping has and will continue to be a good market for 3D printing, I think we can all agree that the real money is in production. But the question is how to get there, especially in an era where mass production offers better quality and is less expensive. 3D printing does have its benefits though. For example, you can make complex things that you can't with traditional manufacturing technologies like injection molding, machining, and vacuum forming. Complex parts can improve performance, lighten weight, and simplify assembly, among other advantages. When I talk with people about the advantages of 3D printing, the conversation inevitably turns to customization and personalization. They come up with all kinds of examples, from adding a name to a smartphone case to building a custom sneaker that's unique to your individual foot. Here's the challenge though. In almost every example, consumers have to do extra work that adds friction and causes people to abandon the process. Complexity is never free. Think about shoes for a minute. They're already customized by style, color, and size. If you wanted to go beyond personalizing them for an individual's exact foot size and step, you need data. The best way is to take a 3D scan of their foot. But this adds complexity, time, and cost, all reducing the likelihood that people will complete the process. Another way to move beyond prototyping and into production is through short runs. Mass manufacturing requires setup, and it is only cost competitive over longer runs. Digital manufacturing technologies greatly reduce the upfront cost, but don't eliminate it completely. The cost is never flat. But 3D printing and other digital manufacturing technologies do have a sweet spot. Typically, it's at the beginning and end of a product life cycle, when demand is either unknown or in steep decline. Right now, 3D printing is typically only competitive with mass manufacturing at quantities of 1,000 or less. As the technology gets faster, better, and more reliable, that break-even point is likely to move inward. Someday it will be competitive at 10,000 units, and potentially even 100,000 or more. Of course, there's way more involved than simply manufacturing a product. They have to be packaged, shipped, inventoried, distributed, and sold. All of this adds cost. One way 3D printing could attack production is by digitizing the supply chain. After all, it costs a lot less to move data than it does to move physical goods. The challenge, of course, is that digitizing the supply chain requires a massive investment in infrastructure. First, you have to answer a lot of big questions like who will manufacture the end product? Where will they be located? What technology will they use? And maybe most importantly, how will the investment be capitalized? I've written extensively about all of these options, and while I think they'll help 3D printing eventually chip away at production, I don't think any of them will happen quickly. So what is the fast track to the holy grail of production? Speed to market. Consider the craft beer industry for a moment. There are many ways to market beer, including packaging, signage, displays, neon lights, and glassware, among many others. Big breweries spend a significant sum on all of them. Smaller breweries have far smaller budgets, but there's one thing that nearly every brewery uses: tap handles. Most of the major breweries contract the manufacturing of their tap handles overseas. Smaller firms have fewer options. There are a few online sources, but all of them use traditional manufacturing techniques which are not set up for short runs or quick delivery. A while back, I was approached by a craft brewery. They needed tap handles for their big grand opening. They needed them in less than 2 weeks, and no one could deliver in less than 6. They asked us to 3D print them, which we did. To my knowledge, they're the first production tap handles ever to be 3D printed. No long lead times means that designers can market in the moment. Every day, it seems, a new trend creates new opportunities for products. Just yesterday, news broke that Hugh Hefner had died. Today, I've seen many different products, including t-shirts, mugs, and other items celebrating his life. All of those were 2D printed using digital technology. During a Super Bowl halftime show a few years ago, singer Katy Perry was flanked by 2 dancing sharks. One looked a bit off, and the left shark quickly became a trending topic. A designer created a figurine of Left Shark and began selling it online. Digital technology creates a speed to market advantage. No big upfront investment in manufacturing means that nearly anyone can turn their idea into something real. No long lead times means that they can operate in the moment. In many cases, it doesn't matter if it's more expensive. It just has to be there more quickly. And that's why I think speed to market creates a big opportunity for 3D printing. For more on how speed to market can allow 3D printing to compete with mass production, we encourage you to check out our article on the topic. A link is provided in the description. At Get 3D Smart, we help companies identify and capitalize on big opportunities in 3D printing. Have other questions or just want to learn more? Visit get3dsmart.com today.